Hi everyone. Welcome to the first day post-eclipse. So the energy should be a lot smoother for a little bit. I'm not really expecting that this Mercury retrograde is going to be hellish like the one that we had in Pisces season. Now, Mercury goes retrograde 2 to 3 times a year, depending on the calendar. This is the second Mercury retrograde. We'll have another one in November. So, but this one, it's easier for me in the summertime. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing the next necklace. It's not on sale yet. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a spiral. I'll show it to you a little bit closer when we get closer to selling it, but I wanted to wear it because it's very grounding. It's silver spiral. And there you can put a stone, a crystal, inside of it. And so you'll have like an option when you purchase it. You'll have options like 3 different stones that you want. Like we'll have rose quartz and amethyst or lavender, like the amethyst lavender, this color. This one is black tourmaline. And we'll probably just have like a clear crystal quartz too. The black tourmaline is really good for grounding. Might do a hematite one also. I love hematite because that grounds me during Mercury retrograde because I'm super ruled by Mercury a lot. Anyway, sorry for those who don't like it when I start talking. I just want to show, it's so cool. And it's just cool. I'll show you guys a little bit later when they are available. They're not available quite yet, probably in the next week or so. We'll have some, and I'm hoping that we will have more. I think we're going to have more of these. We're going to have like 30 of these versus 12 of the crystals that we had before. So anyway, so the energy is going to be a little bit calmer here on out for at least, we have Mercury retrograde in like 4 days. But I don't want you guys to freak out about Mercury retrograde. And the reason why is we have Venus in Cancer. Venus loves being in Cancer because it's just feeling like home. Like you feel comfortable and loving and you just want to wrap everybody in your arms. And I love Venus in Cancer. If you have your Venus in Cancer, like, thank you for your service, first of all. And we have Mercury's in Leo right now. Mars is also in Leo, which is also helping the energy kind of pick up a little bit. This portal energy between this solar eclipse and the next one on the 16th of July, which will be the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, the Capricorn full moon, which we will do another ritual like we did yesterday. This time frame, these 2 weeks time frame, is really just a time for you to allow yourself to set the intentions for the next 6 months that you want. Really set the intentions of what you want to release. And I don't even want you to focus on the stuff you want to release from the outside world. I want you to focus on the stuff that you need to release from the inside. Because once you are balanced on the inside and once you have released all of that extra toxicity and feelings and all of the things that you really need to acknowledge and allow yourself to feel and release all of it, once you do that for yourself, the external will literally, it'll like start vacuuming or like pushing things away. Like it's going to start allowing you to literally, I want to say, not give a shit anymore about like the people that are toxic to you. If you release yourself from that on the inside, those people will naturally just fall away. And if they do come back, you can look at it and be like, you know what? I don't need this in my life anymore. Like I really don't need this in my life anymore. And there's a need for boundaries and allowing yourself to have those boundaries. The ritual and ceremony and setting of intentions that we did yesterday talked about self-respect and self-love. And that's really what this Venus in Cancer and these portals, the new moon in Cancer, the full moon in Capricorn. The full moon in Capricorn is going to be conjunct Pluto and Saturn and the South Node. And all of that is very karmic. It's all very transformative. It's going to be a massive, massive purging of your karma in this lifetime. So you have to be really ready for it. You have to kind of allow yourself to just take deep breaths. If you're still feeling heavy from all of this energy that's been going on, and mine is like starting to let up. I'm still a little bit tired, but I felt like my energy was a little bit higher today than it has been in the last couple of days. I will be finishing Sagittarius and Gemini for July today. Thank you so much for your patience. I know that it's not easy to be the last ones or to be late. So I really appreciate your patience as I'm navigating this. So if you're still feeling really heavy energies, make sure that you are smudging yourself, cleansing your area. Like I'm looking around my desk here and I know that I need to do a little spring cleaning. It's actually summer, but I need to, well, for those of us in the States, it's summer. Across the world, you guys are in winter. But I'm recognizing that it's a little cluttered here. And it's actually cluttered because I did my ceremony last night. And then after my ceremony, I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to go to sleep. Like I just have to crash out. So I didn't clean anything. Like I didn't wipe everything down and put everything back in its place. So that needs to be done. Let yourself do that and give yourself the permission that if you are too tired to do things, to rest, to allow yourself to rest. So because when we are sleeping, we're healing. I don't know if you realize that your DNA actually heals while you sleep because you're giving yourself downtime. That's why the doctors, when you're sick and the doctors say get a lot of rest, that's why, because rest equals healing. I'm not a doctor, but I've always noticed that I'm just a little bit happier after I have napped. I love it. The first card out is the Sun. Hello, Mercury and Mars in Leo. So the Sun is healing. It's the happiest card in the deck. It's the best card that you can get in the deck. It promotes clarity and good feelings. Maybe some of you might need some vitamin D. Like, I know that it's not trendy to lay out in the sun. Like when I was little, it's so terrible. And I paid for it. Trust me, I paid for doing this. But when I was little, we would lay out in the sun with just baby oil on. Like that's it. Like we would literally fry like chicken. It was like I'm talking like when I was 12. That was it was like the late 80s, early 90s. Nobody cared, right? Don't do that. Do not do that. I'm sure that everybody's smarter than that now, but I'm not promoting that. I would never do that these days. Always put sunscreen on, please. So now the intentions that we set, and I feel like this really happened. The intentions that you guys all set are for huge, gigantic goals in your life. So we have the 10 of Pentacles and we have the Chariot. So the Chariot represents Cancer. It is Cancer season. The Sun is in Cancer. Venus is in Cancer. It's just a loving time. So I really want you to take advantage of this kind of energy because I want you to remind yourself of how wonderful life can be in this kind of energy when you're feeling a little bit blue and you're feeling a little bit, down on yourself. The 10 of Pentacles is about being comfortable. I see the 10 of Pentacles in a couple of different ways. Now, you could have all of the things, all of the material stuff, and still not be happy, or you can be really, really happy and balanced inside and have all the material gains. You can be really balanced inside and not have the material gains, but not really care if you don't have the material gains. The 10 of Pentacles is something different to everybody. I feel like this is a goal. I feel like a lot of people set their intentions really, really high yesterday. I feel like this Chariot is all about your soul purpose and moving forward into your soul purpose and allowing yourself to set really, really big, amazing goals. You shifted your own energy. And when we have the Wheel of Fortune and we shift our own energy with the Wheel of Fortune, things come into fruition, yes, in divine timing, but it doesn't feel like divine timing is dragging. When you have shifted your own energy and you've said, these are the intentions that I'm setting, these are my goals, this is what I'm heading for, here we go. And you allow yourself to get really, really strong in that conviction and setting of those intentions. That chariot, because the chariot and the wheel of fortune are both about divine timing, right? And a lot of people are like, well, divine timing means that it's never going to happen. Not necessarily. Divine timing just means it's not happening in your time. That's why you feel like it's never going to happen. But if you have a positive attitude about it, saying, universe, I am an open vessel ready to receive whatever it is that you feel is right for me, and you believe it, and you believe that you have a divine birthright to abundance and happiness, and you know that that's all the universe wants to give to you, and you open yourself up to it, amazing things happen. That is a shift of energy. That is allowing yourself to shift the energy. So when you have shifted your energy, and this is moving into a high vibration, when you have shifted your energy and you've moved yourself into a high vibration, allow yourself, you can even take the tower moments and you can be like, I get it. Because even in high vibration, and this is exactly what I was thinking, it wasn't the tower, but it was like, even if rough things happen, because nobody said life was easy. Just because you have a high vibration doesn't mean the life is going to be a piece of cake or candy or whatever. It's not just going to be handed to you. There are going to be some rough moments. And in order for you to get on your best path forward, and in order for you to allow yourself to understand that your best path is not going to be the easiest path to take, you can see these tower moments as blessings. And you can say, all right, evolution, I shifted my energy. I have clarity. I am healing. I am moving in the direction and setting my intentions. In order for me to get this 10 of Pentacles, something's got to give, because this 10 of Pentacles is a full bucket. And if you don't have space in that bucket for those 10 Pentacles, something's got to give, right? That's when the universe comes along and they're like, okay, you're ready for it. Let's do this. Let's get one more card and then I'll clarify. Yep. See? All major arcanas and the 10 of Pentacles. There's definitely a cycle that's ending here. So we have the Fool after the Tower. How beautiful is that? The Fool is about new beginnings. It's about being innovative. It's about being creative. It's about saying, I am an open vessel ready to receive, because I believe that I have a divine birthright to abundance and happiness. Right? That doesn't come without challenges, but I'm ready for it, is what the Fool's saying. Look how happy he is. I love this card. He's just so happy with his knapsack. Usually there's like a little dog prancing around, but not here. There is a snake. I'm just seeing this. There is a snake on the wand that he's holding. So be careful that you're not deceiving yourself right now. Be careful that you're not deceiving yourself. Make sure you're using discernment in all decisions, okay? But that Fool is ready to go. He doesn't even care if there's a safety net down there. He's ready. Okay, so if you are trying to find clarity in all of the options that are placed in front of you, the 7 of Cups on the Sun, if you're still trying to find clarity for yourself, for your loved ones, sorry, my nose just got really stuffy, like out of the blue for no reason. These allergies, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Crazy. The 7 of Cups is saying, look at the big picture but focus on just one path. I want you to focus on one of these cups so that you can find some clarity within all of the things that you're being handed. Let's look at the 10 of Pentacles. Oof. Nice. I know what this is underneath. Yes, yes. Thank you, sir. So we have the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Cups, clarifying the 10 of Pentacles. If this is the intention that you set and you're trying to find clarity from it, I guarantee you this portal energy, and the portal that I'm talking about is from yesterday's solar eclipse all the way up to the lunar eclipse, okay? This portal energy is where you want to set your intentions, and that's where you want to release, right? The Tower is all about releasing and evolving and allowing yourself to be open to possibilities, okay? If you set because you're like, oh, that 9 of Cups, I want love, I want happiness, I want that relationship, I want that 10 of Pentacles lifestyle, I want to be comfortable, this is the intention that I'm setting. But here's the caveat. You cannot set your intention with a particular situation, particular person, because when you set your intention and you say, I'm an open vessel, the universe is going to say, okay, if you're an open vessel, then you have to understand that the person that you're setting the intention with is toxic to you, and I'm not going to allow that because you deserve to be happy. And if you can't see how toxic that person is, even though they've done this over and over and over and over and over again thing to you, I'm going to show you how toxic this person is. So, get it? So, this is what I teach in my alignment sessions. If you want to be in alignment for love to come into your life, if you want to be in alignment for money to come into your life, for a new job, for a new career, if you want to change your life in any way, shape, or form, you have to learn how to be open to it not being the way you want it to be. You cannot control how it happens or who it's with. If you try and control how it happens and who it's with, believe me, I've been there before. Many, many moons ago. If you try to control how it happens, I guarantee you'll go back to your old ways of doing things, and you'll want to be with this particular person because, oh, but I love them so much. It's okay to love somebody from afar. If they're not good for you, and you know what I mean when I say that, if they're not good for you, the universe wants you to be abundant and happy. The way that we screw that up is we think we know best. That's how we tend to screw up the universe's plan for us. God, source, whatever you want to call the universe energy. I don't care. Jesus, Jehovah. I don't know the Jewish religion. Buddha. I mean, it's like whatever, whoever you pray to, right? Whoever you're like, oh, I just want to be happy and abundant. Okay, here we go. Let's be happy and abundant. Let's see what this Chariot is, because I feel like the Chariot feels like a roller coaster right now. Feels like the Chariot, it's on the right path, but it feels like there are some detours, some stops we need to make along the way. We got to empty it out. Like I'm thinking about like Santa's sleigh, where it's really, really full of toys and stuff. And in order for him to have room to even come sit in it, he's got to give out the gifts, right? That's what, I don't know why that picture popped up in my head. So let's see what this Chariot is and where it's taking us. Okay, that one just smoothly, ooh, Justice. There we go. Some of you might have some legal things you're going to have to deal with, but because with Justice, it talks about balance and sometimes legal paperwork. Sometimes it can talk about divorce. Sometimes it can talk about moving too, like the Chariot's moving for, there's a karmic retribution. And if you look at this Justice card here, she has the Wheel of Fortune above her head, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is the next card. So this is almost like you're getting karmic retribution for all the shit that you've been through, all the stuff, all the gunk that you've been through. But you have to, I got it. There was a hair that was driving me crazy. Got it. You have to see that where, like, the stops and the bumps in the road and all that stuff, eventually it's going to balance its way out. But when you quick say, I am an open vessel and I'm ready to receive my divine birthright of abundance and happiness, and the Wheel of Fortune comes along and says, all right, but we got to take some things away first. You have to remain balanced. And that's what the Chariot is helping you to do. We're going to do this for a little bit, and then we're going to even out. And then you may do this again for a minute, and then you'll even out. It's a journey. This is not a marathon. There is no actual destination this is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a journey that we're on. There's no actual destination that we're hitting to, because every single time we get to a destination, we're going to get right back on that chariot and start going again. So you have to be ready for the changes that are going to be brought to you, the bumps in the road, the ups and downs, the ins and outs, okay? So here, let's see what the Wheel of Fortune is. People ask me sometimes, like, how is it that you are able to manage the constant change, right? First of all, I'm mostly mutable in my birth chart. So it's almost easy. Like, if things aren't constantly changing in my life, I'm almost bored to tears in a way. It's like, could we just like switch something up here? Because I can't, you just can't like keep staying in this one spot. But also I accepted it. Many years ago, I accepted that I'm not supposed to be 100% settled all the time. I am supposed to have an uncomfortable existence. And the reason why I'm supposed to have an uncomfortable existence is because I'm supposed to teach other people how to move through, excuse me, my voice just cracked like it was a 13-year-old boy, move through the uncomfortableness, right? But you guys, the energy's going so quickly right now. Things are going to change at a really rapid pace. So, and I don't want you to brace yourself and be like, oh, okay, everything's going to change at a really rapid pace. I don't think I can handle this. I want you to say, take a deep breath. All right, what's next? And just constantly be ready for the next thing coming up, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I guarantee you, every time a bad thing, perceived bad, because sometimes it's not bad, you just perceive it as bad. Whatever change happens and it feels a little too rough for you, I guarantee you something really good or a blessing or a gift is going to come out on the other side. That's what this feels like to me. That 8 of Wands is rapid. Some of you might be getting some communication that you've been waiting for. Some of you might be getting some good or bad communication. Let's remember that the Tower is here. But this rapid change, it's almost as if you're not going to have time to wallow in what's either being taken away from you or anything. Like, you're not even going to have time to wallow in anything, in any kind of sadness or pity or any of that, because everything is changing and happening so fast. So let's see what this Tower is. I know, I'm so curious too. Deep breaths. Yep, gotta shuffle again. Deep breaths, you guys. Oh, that wasn't even, like, they're not even playing around right here. Whatever, see, and this is what I mean. I feel like this has a lot to do with relationships or with a perceived idea of a relationship. So we have the Tower on the, we have the Lovers on the Tower. Whatever you think is supposed to happen with your person or the person who you think is your person, I guarantee you that's going to flip. And why? because any expectation of what you think it's supposed to look like, the universe has a better idea for you. This isn't about making you miserable. This isn't about breaking your heart. It might hurt. Yeah, it might hurt. But this isn't about the universe putting you in pain on purpose. This is about the universe showing you that the person you thought was your forever was actually really toxic because you were codependent, because they did not respect you. They did not respect your boundaries. You didn't have any boundaries. There's a huge list of why the Tower would come along with the Lovers, because you set the intention up here. I just want to be happy and I want to be loved and I want to be comfortable. And the universe was like, all right, but we got to take this person away because they're not good for you. We're going to bring somebody better in, but you have to believe it. Karmic retribution. You have to believe it. You have to be an open vessel ready to receive. Because what you think, and this goes along, like, I'm not trying to pull twin flames away from each other. I'm not trying to pull anybody away from each other, right? Like, that's not what I'm saying. Sometimes in order for you or the other person to recognize how toxic you are to each other, you have to separate. And then the universe says, okay, we're going to show you, and there's a lot of channeling that's happening right now. We're going to show you how you're supposed to be loved, how you're supposed to be respected, how you're supposed to be adored on both sides. Like everybody's going to learn a lesson here. We're going to separate and we're going to learn a lesson, and it might take years, but again, remember divine timing. It's not your timing. It's divine timing. Might take years, might take an entire lifetime. It is very true that some twin flames will be in union in this lifetime, and some will meet but still not be in union. I don't even like the term twin flames it's because we put a label on something and then we get stuck on it and we become very codependent to that label, and but he's my twin flame, she's my twin flame, I can't leave them behind. Except, here's the thing, they've already left you behind, right? And the universe doesn't want that. They want you to be abundant and happy. That person came along to show you how you needed to heal. And if you're very, very confused about the whole concept, you need to go within. Whatever it is, and it's funny because one of the things that I really had to learn is whenever I felt rejected and abandoned by somebody in my life, I didn't recognize, because nobody told me that it was because I was actually rejecting and abandoning myself. It had nothing to do with the other person. It was all about what I was doing to myself, because they were mirroring how I was treating myself. And the reason why I'm saying that is I want you guys to recognize whatever it is that you feel is coming from the other person. I want you to stop and say, how am I doing this to myself? Okay? So, and that's just for some of you. Some of you are just dealing with karmic soulmates. Some of you are dealing with people who are extremely karmic in your life, and you think it's your twin flame, and it actually isn't. It's just somebody that was here, that was meant to teach you a lesson, and you have to release it. You have to learn the lesson. You have to understand what it is that you're supposed to be learning from it, and then you have to release it. Okay? So I don't even know how long this reading has been so far, so hopefully it's not too long. And then we have the Fool. Yes, go within. You guys were so ready. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. She actually showed up in yesterday's reading too. So we have the Hermit on the Fool. It's time to go within. If you're ready to start a new life now, if you're ready, you're like, this energy, I'm ready, let's do this, let's go. What does the Hermit do? The Hermit gets quiet. He ventures to the top of the mountain to get the information from source, and he brings it back down to the people to spread the word. Right? He's the wise teacher. And it's time to get grounded in your new beginning, in what you want to see in your life, the intentions that you set, the love and the boundaries and the abundance that you want in your life. It's time to go within and find all of that there first and foremost, so the universe can take you on a journey of happiness and abundance and clarity. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. She is the caretaker. She is the grounded caretaker. So really allow yourself, this can be a man or a woman. Doesn't matter if you're a man that's watching this. You can still embody the Queen of Pentacles. We all have that feminine side to us. Doesn't matter what gender you are. Get really grounded in caring for yourself right now. That's what Cancer season is all about. That's what the Sun in Cancer is all about, is caring for yourself and for your tribe and your people. Make sure you're not overextending your energy for people, because if you're overextending your energy for people and you're not receiving anything back in return, that's toxic. Okay? That didn't show up here, but sometimes the Queen of Pentacles can overextend herself for the sake of taking care of her people. Okay? All right, my loves. Great reading. Oh, fantastic reading. I know some of you are really going through some heartbreak right now, but the intentions that you set to be happy and abundant, because that's your divine birthright, means that it's time for you to start healing that heartbreak. Okay? And allowing yourself to push forward to do that. Just be an open vessel. Be an open vessel for the universe, God, source, whatever energy it is that you pray to. Allow them to come in, and you say, I know that I don't know best, but I know that you do, so I'm an open vessel to it, all right? And I guarantee you the blessings will be shown. I love you all. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, which is a national holiday in the States. I may or may not be able to do a morning reading. We'll see, or a daily reading. We'll see. Kind of depends on what the plans. I don't even know what the plans are for tomorrow. So anyways, have a wonderful day. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, I will definitely see you on Friday. I love you all. Take very good care of yourselves. Bye.